Hello YouTube, Squirrel here coming back at you with episode 5 of Dwarf Fortress. In our Let's Play series here, we are playing in the fortress Nobleboulders. When we left off last time, we had designated a hospital. We started planning out a new well because the old one is full of muddy water, which is no good. And we just had a new migrant wave arrive. And we were also doing a little bit of work setting up our workshop area. So I've done a little bit of research off screen here, and I've got some information on the wax stuff that we saw earlier, as well as did a little bit of thinking about how to do the well, and I think I have a plan for it. So we're going to definitely get the well planned out and start digging that out today. Yeah, that's about it. So let's jump right in. Okay, so the thing about the well is water has pressure on it. And because we're going to be dropping water down into this little area here, we need to make sure that we're not going to overwhelm the pressure. So one thing that we're going to do is we're going to designate a slightly larger area. So this is going to be like our little reservoir. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig this out. Like so. And then what I'm going to do is dig out a square in the corner here. So what's going to happen is the water is going to drop down through here, and it's going to cross this corner into our well. Now, ideally, I would also set up a drain system here, but I think this is small enough that we won't have to worry about it. And what I'm going to do with it is put a floodgate up here where our channel is coming in, so that we can turn off the flow of the water when we need to. So let's actually designate that as a higher priority. We're going to make that a 1, just to make sure our... Whoops, that's a 7. That's not a 1. We're going to make that a 1, just to make sure our miners do hit that first. And then, while that's going... one thing I also realized was I designated some stockpiles here, and we don't actually need any stockpiles for the hospital. What you do with the hospital is you put coffers in there, and the dwarves will just store everything that they need in the coffers. I do still need this little room here because this was going to be our well room. Like so. Okay. And just to make sure that that's lining up. Yep. Perfect. Okay. So let's unpause and get her rolling. So the other thing that I did some research on was the beekeeping stuff, which is what the wax is all about. So with beekeeping, you can only do beekeeping if you actually have beehives on your map, which I have no idea if we do or not. And what the wiki said was the best way to do that is to designate a dwarf with the beekeeping skill and just have them look for bees. And if they find them, then they'll deal with them. I was just thinking right here, we need to set this to only pull from this stockpile. So we're going to give to this workshop. Give to kitchen. Okay. I believe that's what we wanted. Yeah. And then we're going to do same thing here. We're going to give to still. Okay. Looks like, okay, so our little reservoir area is dug out here. We don't need to do anything else on this level, so we're just going to build a wall right here to block that off. Just like that. Okay, so that's going to be our first level. And then we can go up here. Now what we need to do is go one level up from here. This is going to be our little channel. We're going to need to mine from here to here. Now, I'm not going to dig out this last square. That's going to be the very last one that we do. But the problem is, I need to get there somehow. Oh, and we also need to dig out this square. So we're going to have to dig that out. We're going to have to build a wall there to block that off. And then we just need a path to be able to get there. So what we're going to do is just dig a little path around the outside of our channel. Like so. And then we can wall that off, or we can just leave that open as an access hatch. Either way. But what we're going to do here is build our floodgates right here. We're going to hook it up with our lever. And then we're going to probably just put Probably just put a wall there to block it off once that's done. So that means that we're actually going to need to build some floodgates. So let's go down here to our, I believe it's our craft dwarf workshop. No, that's our mason. Yep, there we go. Rock floodgate. So we're going to want one of those. And I believe we already made a grate last time, so we don't need to do that again. So let's see, is our channel set as one priority? No, we need to do that. Let's do that a while. And I keep calling it a channel. It's not actually a channel, it's a tunnel. Okay. So they're gonna come dig that out. That's fine. Now let's have a look here. Is our still slated for removal? Okay, so we need to turn carpentry on someone. So let's read our dwarves and find carpentry. And find someone who's not really doing anything right now. I believe the mechanic said that he doesn't have anything left to do, so we'll just turn it on for him. It's fine. Okay. So we're digging, digging, digging. Now, I'm just thinking about our... Oh, what do we got? Okay, so he doesn't have any seeds to plant with. That's fine. Once this brewing is going, we're going to be generating a lot more seeds from the plants that we've got. Planter canceled. Brew drink from plants. Needs empty food storage item. So our carpenter should be down here working on building us some barrels. Let's just have a look at workflow here. Whoa, 49 barrels? Really? We have 49. How the heck do we get 49 barrels? That's really strange. Okay. Well, they should be able to put the food in the barrels, though, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Does he still have the job suspended, or did he turn it back on? He does have it suspended. What's going on there? Okay, so that dwarf is building that wall. That's funny. He drug the rock up there and then let someone else build. That's kind of funny. Okay. Alright, so our little area is done here. So we need to build a Shift-C wall. And we need to build the wall in this little gap right here. So again, this is going to be the channel that the water comes up through. And then down below here is going to be the one that the water comes down through. So we're actually going to then want to dig. And we're going to do it with channel. Right here. So we need to make sure that those two tasks finish, and once those finish, then we can install our floodgate. And we're going to have to hook up a lever for our floodgate too. So let's go ahead and put another lever in our dining hall. Oh, hang on though. Let's think about this. We don't want the lever in the dining hall because we're going to be moving the dining hall at some point, and once I close that off, I'm not going to be able to get to the well. So let's actually put the lever... let's put it up here. Let's actually put it in the well room. I think that makes a lot of sense. So we're going to build Shift-T, L. So that takes you to the trap menu and then to the lever menu. So build lever. Perfect. Okay, and just looking down here. Okay. We can then dig out this hole here. Once again, that's going to be channel. Just dig through the floor there. To expose the hole. Once that hole is exposed, I am going to want to go in there and dig us out a whatchamacallit, a grate, and that's just to keep the water from oh darn, I actually have to put the grate on this level. Let's just look. Has that been... Okay, we're going to suspend construction of that one actually. So we can just cancel construction, because we actually need to build the grate on this level. But we do need to channel through here also. I'm glad I remembered that. So that's dig, channel, down. Okay, so the channel's dug. Now we need to build a grate. Shift G, floor grate. Needs grate. Grate. Floor grate, I believe, is a mason job. Grate. Build rock grate. Now we're going to promote that. We're going to put it right underneath the floodgate. Okay. We are making progress. Okay, looks like our hospital is put together. That's good. We are going to have to put some stuff in our hospital. So we're going to need some coffers. We're going to need some beds. We're going to need at least one traction bench and at least one table. But first things first, we're going to designate this as a hospital. So that is actually zones, which is I. And we're just going to designate this whole room here. And we're going to designate it as a hospital with H. We can see it has 0 tables, 0 beds, 0 traction benches, 0 box and bags, and then these are the requirements that they have. So they're going to need 2 buckets, they're going to need 5 splints, 5 crutches, a bunch of thread and stuff. So first thing that we're going to do then is go down and make sure that we have tasks set to build some coffers. So those are actually, we're going to make rock coffers. And we're going to need the rock coffers anyway for doing our bedrooms, so we're just going to set up a workflow constraint for that. 5 to 10 is fine. We're going to need some splints, so let's go to our carpenter shop here. We're going to add task. We're going to make splints. Not menacing wooden spikes. Wooden splint. Five of them. Okay, and let's just go ahead and promote those up. Like so. I just had a panic moment there. I thought I forgot to hit the record button. No, we're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. There is no need to panic. Okay, our bridge is done. So we can build a new bridge. Oh, it's not G. It's not Shift G, it's just G. Okay, so our bridge is going to go there. Whoa. I need to set the raised direction on the bridge, which is going to be D. Okay, and then enter, 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 enter for logs. Now, there is danger in building your bridge out of logs, because if you get a dragon, he'll come burn it down. But I doubt very much that we're going to have to worry about dragons anytime soon. So, yeah. Okay. I'm just looking. Our stockpile up here is absolutely full of mechanisms. Huh. It's interesting. Okay, so I'm looking here at our farms. Looks like this guy is supposed to be doing sweet pods, but he has no seeds. So what we're going to do then is we're going to shift Z on it, which I believe we actually already did. I don't see anything growing in it, though, so I think we're good to remove it. So we're going to remove... This one still has stuff growing in it, so we're going to wait until that stuff matures. And then I'm actually going to get rid of this stockpile so that all of our seeds get moved over. And I believe that is P remove designation, so X, like so. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so our second channel is dug. We're still waiting on our grate. We got some guys eating some mushrooms. Okay, our floor grate has been finished, so we're going to place our floor grate there. Wait for someone to come build that. Here comes a dwarf. Floor grate is placed. Now we can build our wall. I'll wait for someone to come do that. Oh, someone's coming with a rock already. Look at that. That was awfully fast, actually. I'm kind of surprised. So the other thing that we are going to need to do is eventually we're going to have to channel out this square right here once the floodgate is in place in order for our water to be able to flow. Okay, the wall is built. Now we need to build our floodgate. That is X. Gabbro floodgate. How's our bridge going? Hasn't been started yet. Whoa. Remove. Put it in the wrong spot. Of course. Okay, I know we have a floodgate, even though it says planning mode thing. It's probably because someone's already moving it. So we're going to put it there instead. Okay. And we're just waiting on the floodgate to show up. Okay, floodgate is in place. Now, is our lever built? Our lever is built also. So let's add a new task. Let's link up a floodgate, which is F. Gabbro floodgate assign. Gabbro mechanisms. Okay. And I don't recall if... I think they do that at the gate itself. Yeah, here comes a guy to do that. Let's see if it's finished. Oh, it's still taking place. They probably have to bring a mechanism up top now. Okay. Now we need to build, Shift C, wall right here with Gabbro once again. This is a bit of a long and arduous process, but it needs to be done. That's going. Come on. All the rock. All the rock. Okay. So now our walls are in place. Got that weird audio glitch again. It's weird. Okay, so the last step then would be to channel this thing out. So what we're going to do... Oh, that's kind of annoying. Oh. It's really annoying. I think it's going to be fine. I might end up flooding my fortress right here, but we're going to go with it anyway. I'm pretty sure it's okay. I might end up... I'm probably going to put a hatch over that after it's... Yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay, so hole is dug. Everything's kind of balancing, but the floodgate is currently closed. So I want to build a hatch over that hole, because I do not want anyone falling in there. If someone falls in there, I really don't have a way to get him out. So let's build a floor hatch, which is Shift H. Needs a hatch cover. We're going to go into planning mode. We're going to place it down, and then I'm going to just go set an order to build a hatch. And then we're going to lock the hatch so that no one ever goes in there ever, 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 ever. Okay, so I believe that is, again, a mason job. It is. Our poor mason has so much stuff to do. Okay, and, okay. We're good there. Real quick, I want to see what's going on with these doors, too, because it looks like he's been building doors for a while. So let's Alt-W. Yeah, he shouldn't be building a door. We have plenty of doors. Everybody's thinking. See, that's working. That's working. Nest box. Huh. Okay. We don't need any more nest boxes, so we can turn that off. Because we have 5 nest boxes up top. Yep, there's 5. Okay, so our bridge is being built. The bridge is built. So now we can go down to our dining room. Add a new task. Link up a bridge. Wooden bridge. Use some gabbro ones. Okay, so that'll get going. So the only thing left to do then is to actually build our well. So let's build a well. Not wall grate. No. Let's forget where well... L. L is build well. And actually, I think we actually need to remove this other well first. So Q... Remove building. Oh, okay. Interesting. So there's just a hole there now. Hope nothing got dropped down in there. So we're going to actually cover that one up with a hatch also. Build floor hatch. So that means I need to go down and queue up another floor hatch for this guy. Hatch cover, Shift H, promote. That's a little bit scary. So then we're going to build a well. L. And he goes right there. Blocks, buckets, ropes, mechanisms. Okay, looks like our first hatch has been placed, so we're just going to lock that thing shut. Forbid passage. L. Keep tightly closed. O. Passable open. Not sure why that's not locking. Wiki time. Floor hatch. Hatch cover. They're not visible when open, which means that that should be closed. But it says it's open right there, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. And when I hit L to forbid, it's not doing anything. So I'm just going to assume that that's fine, which probably is not the best idea in the world. Okay, so we need to pull this lever. Add a task. Pull the lever. The lever has been pulled. Water is flowing. This is the part where I get really nervous. Okay, water is going into our reservoir. The reservoir is filling. This is good. This is good. So the idea is once this hits 7, then we just pull that lever again, which shuts off the flow of water. And then we just kind of keep an eye on it, which should be pretty easy because it's right here in our workshop area. And when the water level dips too low, we just go ahead and pull the lever again, which will shut off the flow of water. And a nice thing about using a lever like that is we end up with a nice, a good way to get down in there and do maintenance if we absolutely have to. Okay, that looks pretty good. So then let's go ahead and add a new task to pull the lever. Wrong lever. Pull it. Good. And then the water should be stopped. Should be, obviously it's still gonna have water in there because it's flowing, but that's fine. Oh, we have like no cookable items. That's disturbing. What are we? Let's see what's going on with our chickens. So we have all of our animals here. Hen, rooster, 2 yak cows. A tame keet and a tame rooster. Huh. These two are actually uninterested in being owned. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and slaughter one of our cows. Because we don't need 2 cows. Let's just be honest. And we have someone going to slaughter. Perfect. Wow, we have a lot of idle dwarves right now. Our miners aren't doing anything. That's no good. Okay, so we're going to go down here to our level and figure out which things we actually need right now. So we've got our our food industry going. I'm not really ready to build the farmers' workshops and the millstone yet. I don't think we really have a use for it. So we're going to hold off on that one. Same thing with our cloth industry. Again, just something we're not ready to deal with right now. We could open up our meat industry area, because we do have, which means that we're going to have to think about our little refuse issue here. What I was thinking was building a vent up to the surface here. We just either put a grate on there or a hatch. Probably just like build a set of stairs up, just to let the miasma out. But the one thing that we are doing for sure already is our wood crafting, so we can get that going. So, let's see. That's this stuff down here. Actually, I think that's... Yeah, so we have our wood stockpile. We have our... Is this our ash stockpile up here? No, I'm not remembering. Yeah, I think this was our wood burning furnace and our... Oh, geez. See, now I designated all this stuff, and now I can't remember what's what. That's mildly annoying. So this was our metal stuff here. So this was going to be our charcoal pile. Right, so that means that this was our wood burning furnace, carpenter's workshop, ashery, and then the ash stockpile was going to be here. So we don't actually need the wood burning stuff yet. We're not dealing with that, but we can open up our wood stockpile and our carpenter's workshop there. And then we were also looking at, let's see, so this was our meat stuff, and then this was going to be our soap, ash, tallow. That's right. Okay, now I'm remembering what was going on here. So then we were going to have our metal stuff over here. So we had charcoal, smelter, ore stockpile, forge, metal bars, economic stones, mason, craft dwarf. Okay, so we do want our mason and a craft dwarf. And our stockpiles there, and then we can move those shops that are down here, which is the mechanic. That's the other one that we never built. And then we have these rooms, and I have no idea what these were for. I know I had a purpose for them. I know this was finished goods. All right, these two were for gems. That's right. Finished goods. Okay, I think that's all of the ones that we need right now. And let's open up one of these for our chickens. Yeah. Let's see. Butcher. Refuse pit. And since we're doing the butcher, we might as well get our leather worker, leather stockpile, tanner. And we can let those guys go while we think here too. Whoa, what is that? Handling dangerous creatures. Zoom to location. Oh, look at this. What do we have here? Oh, that's our keet. Okay. It's not there. I'm not actually sure where that guy's at. Looks like we've got plenty of logs going on here. That's good. Okay. Okay, so let's think here. Let's get our container H. Our containers going here. Replacing our coffers. H. And we're just gonna place the ones that we have. We're not gonna put bags down. I just want rock coffers in this room. So once they get those there, the doors will start hauling the materials that are needed for the hospital to that area. So with the hospital, you don't need stockpiles. I think I mentioned this in the beginning. All you need is some boxes, and the doors will put all the stuff they need in those boxes. For now, we only need 2, but I could definitely put in more later. Another thing I want to do is put in some beds. Not chains, beds. So we can put one there. We can put one there. Put one there. And we'll put one... Well, we'll just make a whole row of them here. How's that sound? And then we'll leave a little space on the end. Okay, so we got some beds. We are going to need a traction bench and a table. So let's actually just build 4 tables in the middle here. Or maybe 3 tables. Like so. And then I'll go set an order to build a traction bench. Which, again, I believe is a mason job. Nope. Is that carpentry? Raining axe. Bucket, animal trap, bed. Basket. Spiked wooden ball, wheelbarrows, quartz, bookcases, pipe sections. Nope, that must be a craft dwarf thing. Rock. Nope. I really wish there was a search in here. Well, I'm not seeing it here. Oh, it's a mechanism. Interesting. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, so the hospital needs tables, beds, traction benches, coffers, and bags. It will require thread, cloth, splints, crutches, plaster powder, buckets, and soap. So if I go over here to the zone and look at the hospital information, they have all the thread and cloth that they need. They do need a bucket. They need 3 more splints and 5 crutches. So let's go make a bucket. Out of wood. Add bucket. Let's see, we said we needed 3 more splints. And we'll have to do 5 more crutches. Okay, so what's going on in our workshop area here? Okay, we got one of our big piles dug out here. That was our wood pile. So we can actually go ahead and designate that a while. So let's go P for designate. This is going to be a wood pile. This is the first wood stockpile that we've designated, so we're not going to have to worry about it conflicting with anything. We're resuming, and our second stockpile just finished, so that's going to be stone. Which is right there, and we're going to change the settings on that because we only want it to take other stone. We don't want it to use economic stone. We don't want it to use ores. We don't want it to use clay. We only want other stone in here. So, okay. And then we're actually going to assign 3 wheelbarrows to it. And then same thing with this one. We're going to... Well, we don't need to give wheelbarrows to the wood stockpile. I don't think that's necessary. What is this? We have a bunch of cages. That's a weird place for cages. Okay. Oh, I just realized this thing is not needed anymore, so we can get rid of it. Okay, so the wheelbarrows are being brought down. So the reason that we use the wheelbarrows is the dwarves are actually much faster if they use wheelbarrows to haul stuff around. And rocks in particular are very, very heavy. So what this means is we will only ever have 3 doors hauling to our rock pile here. So it limits the amount of dwarves that end up taking up time moving rocks around. And you can just see them up here grabbing the rocks and moving it down to the pile. And it's funny too because like the like take one rock and leave a different one. It's kind of funny. Dwarves are a little silly sometimes. Okay, so we are ready to put in our new carpenter's workshop, which is C. That's going to go right here. I may end up having to open up another door to that. Actually, we'll have to see if he's got access to that. Okay. And then our mason. We'll go down here. Gabriel, that's fine. And also our Dwarf. It's going to go here. And I do actually need to add one more workshop. I need to add a mechanics workshop on this level. So let's dig him out here. Just checking to see who I have idle. I have one idle. He's a miner. Okay, it's fine. What's going on with our stocks? We are getting really, really low on food. I think when the well, we have a bunch of other food. What's going on in our kitchen? I think it's about time that we turn the eggs back on. Yeah, because we've got 60 eggs. We can use some of those up. That's fine. We've got plenty of plants. We don't have many seeds, so we might need to pick up some more seeds when the merchants come too. Okay, so there's our place for our mechanic workshop. That's W T. It's fine. That can be made out of logs. Okay, so our carpenter's workshop is set. So what I'm going to do is go in here and see what all do I have him building. I'm building barrels, bins, cages, and beds. So what I can do then is go up here and do the same thing. Just tell him to build barrels, beds, cages, and bins, I believe was the other one. Yes, N. And then just set all of those to repeat. And those should be using the same... See, it uses the same constraints from workflow. And we're just going to go ahead and suspend the barrels because I already know we have plenty of those. We have plenty of beds. And cages. end bins. So we're fine on those materials. And then we're going to go down and deconstruct this one. Remove building. And actually, since our mechanic isn't really doing anything there, we can just clear him out. It's fine. Okay, so then we can also put in our finished goods thing, which was going to be here. And our furniture, which is you, can go right here. I'm just going to leave a one tile gap there just to keep it from looking too incredibly cluttered. So that means we can go up here and turn off. Ooh. Furniture, disable. And finished goods, disable. I'm not sure if the mechanisms count as finished goods or if they count as trap components. I'm actually not sure what those get set as. I'm also seeing it looks like all of our food is getting hauled up to that space, so we're gonna have to move that at some point. Okay, so our new area for our chickens is dug out, so we're gonna build a door. And then what I'm going to do here is we're going to deconstruct our nest boxes, at least any of the ones that are empty. Okay, looks like they are all unclaimed right now. So we can remove. And then we can go down here and we can build nest box. I think we have to wait until the other ones get removed before we can actually do that. Okay, so I'm just going to look right here. What is that? Olivine mechanisms. Okay, so mechanisms are being stored here in the furniture stockpile. Incidentally, there's a bunch of barrels. I think those are empty, actually. Yeah, something bugged out there in the brewing because it made us like 50 barrels. Should have been keeping a closer eye on that. I mean, we can always we will always use the barrels. Like barrels are it's just an inevitability. Like you always have them. But I think we ended up with way more than we actually needed. Okay, I believe we built our traction bench, so let's actually place that in here, in our hospital. Just looking to see where it is. Shift R. And we're going to put it in front here. Like so. And see if we have any more rock coffers built. So that was H for container. Yeah, we have 3 more. Or rock coffers. Okay, this seems like a pretty good stopping point. Looks like we've been going for about 44 minutes. I really hope you guys have been enjoying the series. If you have, it would really help me out quite a bit if you would hit the subscribe button down below. Oh, Autumn's here, which means the traders are about to show up. That's well timed. So yeah, check that out. I will include also a link in the description to that Dwarf Fortress piano music rendition. I believe I promised that in the last episode. I'll make sure I either put that in 4 or 5. I'm actually like producing or recording batches of this at a time, mostly because I like to have Sunday evening and sometimes Saturday evening off to spend time with my family. So I just record some ahead of time so that I can just upload them ahead of time and schedule them for release on the weekends. At least that's the plan for now. I've got some exciting stuff coming in the next few days, just so that you know what's coming up. I have some new hardware that's going to be showing up probably Monday or Tuesday. I have a new graphics card coming for the computer. I know it doesn't really matter for this particular game, but there are some other games that I'm interested in doing some stuff on, either doing some streaming or just doing recording of videos like I am with this. And they are a little bit more graphic intensive, so having the new graphics card will be nice for that. Also, I'm going to be getting a webcam, so that when I'm doing recording, you get to gaze upon my ugly mug. Little secret, I kind of look like a dwarf, so yeah, it's the beards. So with that, hope you have a wonderful day / evening / morning / whatever. And I will see you next time. Later.